To use Koku as an example, and we found someone uploaded the old original VHS
from back in the day.
from way back in the day. This is like the videos we were talking about earlier, just as gold to get our hands on, right? So we're looking at Koku, right?
Yeah. If I were teaching a class, and what we suggest you do is first time through, once they're bought in, they've got the context, they know why they're there. They know they'll have their problems addressed in other classes if they have what ifs.
Yeah.
Now just show them one time through, just do it cool. Just make it look great.
Yeah. So basically,
Brings back memories.
brings back memories. And, for reference, this choreography of this particular kata looks pretty much exactly like the written word of the scrolls.
Yeah. If you're looking at the unarmed fighting secrets of the techniques of the samurai book from Hatsumi Sensei,
Yeah.
this is pretty much the same exact thing. So let's take a look at Koku and see how our model of teaching would really work well with this. It's breaking down some traditional methods of teaching, but very specific language patterns we think are going to be more efficient for you and for your students.
Right. Okay.
So you've shown them once. They see, oh, that's cool. I want to be able to do that. Instructor, please let me get good at doing that. First time through, all you got to tell them is what to do as you're doing it. Here's the magic. Just 3-word phrases is the key here. The most popular pitfall is that people start over-explaining at this phase. Don't let yourself fall into that. So let's give an example. We'll have to pause a few times because this is real time. They're not teaching.
In fact, they're purely just demonstrating.
This is a demonstration.
Yeah, absolutely. So here we go. Okay, so, all right, so we're just going to run it through and with a whole bunch of different pauses here and show you a few language patterns about what we do when we were actually teaching the kata.
Like if you were showing this, you would pause the motion yourself. This is a video, so obviously they're not pausing for us. We'll pause it for the discussion.
Yeah. So I avoid the punch.
Avoid the punch. 3-word phrase.
3-word phrase. Yeah. I strike the strike.
Strike the strike. 3-word phrase.
Yeah, well, within the 3-word phrase. I hit the arm.
Hit the arm. Strike the strike sounds cool.
So, yeah.
We often do the Japanese literally, receive the attack. But I like strike the strike a lot. Anything with 3 words.
Yeah. I avoid the kick.
Ooh, avoid the kick. Evade the kick.
Yeah, evade the kick.
Evade the attack. That's perfect.
I kick the kick.
Again, you don't have to make cool alliterations, but that sounds perfect. Yeah, strike the strike and kick the kick are going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, we're just kind of going with 3-word phrases as they come up, right?
Mm-hmm.
The simpler the better in this case.
You could say, you could be cool and have like strike the Kyusho.
Yeah.
Or, hit the back. In this case, 3-word phrases all the way through. Those are the what to do's. We can do the same thing. I think that's shown from another angle. Let's run the same just 3-word patterns. Here we go. Evade the attack, strike the strike,
kick the kick,
evade. Yeah. So yeah, you already did it. Yep. Evade the attack.
Evade the attack.
And he's already doing strike the strike.
Yeah.
And now he's gonna evade the kick. Kick the kick, and
punch the gut.
Punch the gut. So you've shown them a one-time through, super cool. Now I've told them what to do with 3-word phrases. Now help them get good at it. Give them how to do those things. So this is just one more, just do another demo, but this time you'll say the same 3-word phrases, but add by for every single one of them. For example, we know we're going to avoid the punch. Or, avoid the strike, avoid the attack.
Sure.
3-word phrase, add by stepping back at an angle. This can be a little bit more wordy, but not much.
Right.
So let's try that one.
So we're going to avoid the attack by stepping back at an angle.
Perfect.
And I'll see how my pause game is. Ready?
Yeah.
Boom.
Love it.
He stepped back at an angle.
Yeah. I would, as a student, recognize that.
Now, there are other details in there, right? As an instructor, you probably want to get super highly detailed, right? What is he doing with that receiving arm?
Oh, gosh. Right. Popular pitfall.
Right, popular.
Everyone wants to over-explain here. They're
Yeah.
just trying to learn it.
Rank beginner. Imagine this is, day one. Avoid the strike by stepping back at an angle.
Mind blown. They can do it.
Yeah.
Now, strike the strike by using the side of your hand on their forearm. Not bad.
Yeah, let's take a look.
He did it. And what? Evade the kick, I think, was the next one.
Yeah, evade the kick.
Yeah. And it could be by pivoting backwards, by stepping across, by moving in a circle, by pointing your belly button at their butt, whatever gets you here.
Yeah, so let's take a look again. Boom, he did it.
Mhm.
And then we kick the kick by raising your knee to your chest.
Love it.
So you don't even the shin or foot might naturally make contact with that kick because you're just so close. You probably feel crowded.
Yeah. If you've read the text, you know it's not very specific language on how to do the kick.
Yeah.
We know if we get them to do that motion, they're doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
And for all the hand count that you've seen.
Right.
And then I think there's that final.
Let's take a look here. Avoid, kick the kick, and then
he's already in it.
thumb to
Punch the back by.
Yeah, in this case, the opponent, so to speak, was starting to turn back to him, and he ended up punching right to the front side, like under the ribs.
Sure.
Right, instead of in the back, which we typically do when we get the person to over-rotate, because we just did such a good job of kicking the kick. Right, but so we're seeing natural variations here.
Yeah, so here, we know it's a boshiken, so you might say, punch the back by using the tip of your finger over their hip bone.
Yeah.
We've got that other view as well. So evade the punch by angling back. Strike the strike by using your pinky side. Evade the kick by pivoting. Kick the kick by raising your shin or raising your knee.
Yeah, by kicking the clouds. So, and then
punch the back by. Again, you said you could use terminology here. They can start to pick up on boshiken to whatever your target is, shichibatsu, butsumetsu, whatever that kata calls for.
Right, because as an instructor, you're going to end up using a lot of Japanese terminology, and that's going to create a deeper connection to culture with you and your students.
It's part of why they're there.
Right. Now, if you overwhelm them with
popular people,
exactly, with all the terminology that you have stored in your memory banks, you're going to overwhelm them.
Yeah. So last phase of this one here, in the explanation section, you showed them a cool version of it one time through, no talking, just do it. You did what to do, 3-word phrase. Then you explained how to do it, 3-word phrase, by whatever method. Now, if you really want it to stick, you want that lesson to get ingrained, they're going to be thinking, well, why do I do that? To address the why. So what to do with 3-word phrase? By doing this, because. Add a because to everything. They're going to absolutely latch onto it. So we know the first 2 moves here. So before we even get, bam, look at that. He's going to evade the kick by
stepping back at an angle.
Because, and you've got a bunch of becauses. That's why you're an instructor. Because it keeps you out of range for other follow-up attacks. Because it gives you time to assess your next actions. Because it's a safer place to be. Fill in the blank.
Absolutely.
He's about to strike the strike, 3-word phrase, by using the pinky side of his hand. Maybe because it concentrates more power in the strike. Because it gives more angular options on where you send that strike. To give them the because that makes sense to you. Because it gives a big opening in the side of target there. Now that's kind of a fundamental feature in this kata. Whenever you have a kata that is going to be really hinged on one concept or one, like the name is usually your big clue, right? Koku, you're having them attack an empty space. You have to make an empty space for them to attack. That target that he's making there for the kick to come in. Fundamental feature of the kata koku. Point that out. And then, so where do we go? He evade the kick by whichever method you teach, pivoting back, stepping across, turning your belly button, because it gives you a better angle to counterattack, because it places you in a safer distance. And he does a kick the kick.
He does a kick the
kick. 3-word phrase, by raising his knee to his chest. Because, and again, fill in your favorite, because it gives you more kicking options because it concentrates the force upward, because it allows you to push with your body weight behind the kick to force them away. Whatever is the most important thing that you're trying to teach them that they need to learn. And then finally, he does a, punch the back or the bushigen the target 3-word phrase by extending your thumb into the, in this case, let's say, butsumetsu, because it forces them down to the ground, because it creates safer distance for you, because it makes a better angle for your follow-up.
Because that's the easiest available target.
I love it.
It could just be, anything. Yeah. It's the most logical place to strike.
Yeah.
Right?
And we'll see it from that other angle.
Let's evade the punch by stepping back at an angle. Because you don't want to get punched in the teeth.
Don't remember that.
Because you were surprised and you fell back. And then we strike the strike.
Strike, 3-word phrase.
Yeah, strike the strike. Strike the forearm by using the side of your hand and moving with your hips.
Love it.
Because you don't want him to grab you again or to throw a second jab. Or because you want to clear the area, because you want to have him reel back on his back leg.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And you're going to have such a variety of students that there's going to be a whole bunch of becauses that may end up answering a whole bunch of those what if questions that they had. Right? So because reasons.
Because reasons.
And then of course, now you're about to get kicked. Mm-hmm. So you avoid the kick by pivoting around.
In this case, absolutely. Yeah. He does a beautiful circle, pivots his whole hips around.
Mm-hmm. Because it puts you outside of most of his attacks. Because it puts you in a slightly safer position.
They're going to latch onto that because now it makes so much sense. I'm going to do that.
Yeah. And then I kick the kick by raising my toes towards his nose. Because
it drives more power upwards.
Because we just keep putting this guy off balance. So many reasons.
So many.
Punch the back, punch him in the gut.
Push him away.
Yeah. Punch his lower body. Use your thumb on his lower body. You push him away.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to create distance. Because you're trying to escape.
And that's the magic formula, really. Have a what to do, how to do it, and a why to do it. The what should be 3-word phrases. If you want to teach somebody how to do something, there's a by. And then why do they do it? Because. Teach it that way in that order, they're going to latch onto it and really, really excel.